Sleep paralysis. Ooh, that is so scary. I've heard so many things about this and it terrifies me. You just woke up and have a weird, eerie feeling. All of a sudden, you see a shadow flitting around your room. You try to move to rub your eyes, but you can't. Your body is frozen. The dark shadow gets closer and closer. You hear it breathing, you feel it touch you. It feels difficult to breathe because it feels like it's crushing your chest. You question if you are still dreaming, but you know you are awake. Suddenly, the paralysis clears and the shadows vanish, leaving you pumped with adrenaline and extremely unsettled. Dude, that is so scary. I personally have never experienced this, and I thank God every day that it has not happened because it sounds so terrifying. If you suffer from this or sleep apnea, I'm so sorry. I feel for you. But what's up, guys? Thank you for coming back for another scary video. Today, we are reacting to scary facts about sleep. There are so many things about sleep that are terrifying, and a lot of us don't experience it, so when we hear about it, it's like, whoa, what the heck? That actually happens to people? So I thought it would be interesting for all of us to learn. But as always, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, be a part of the Socially Awkward family, and follow me on Instagram. Links are down below. And comment below how much you love sleep. I think sleeping is religious, like you have to cherish it. Sleeping is just like amazing. I'm not kidding, I love it. I stay up until like 3 or 4 a.m. and then I wake up at 2 in the afternoon. So yeah, be sure to give this video a like and a share, and I think we're ready, so let's do this. Exploding head syndrome. What is that? Dang, I hope that's not literal. If the name itself doesn't startle you, the symptoms will. Exploding head syndrome is named for the loud, abrasive noise sufferers of the disorder experience just as they're drifting off to sleep. According to the American Sleep Association, the sound is typically described as that of cymbals clashing or a bomb detonating, and at its worst, it's accompanied by shortness of breath and an elevated heart rate. Wow, that sucks. You're trying to go to sleep, and just as you're falling asleep, you hear this loud clashing. That's not fair. I would just yell, "Shut up," and then my boyfriend's gonna be like, "I didn't say anything." Hypnic jerks. You just drifted off to sleep, and then suddenly you feel as if you are plummeting downwards, only to jerk awake before hitting the ground. Oh, I hate when that happens. It's so scary and weird. This sensation is a fairly common occurrence called a hypnic jerk. While science doesn't know exactly why hypnic jerks occur, it is known that they take place during initial non-REM stages of sleep as muscles relax. Folklore has suggested several spooky causes for falling sensations. Some suggest that the feeling is caused by one spirit or soul leaving the body and then being pulled back, or returning from an out-of-body experience. Other pop culture myths state that a person will die if they hit the ground before waking up. No! Good thing I've never hit the ground, sheesh. I heard another theory that when that happens, it means angels were carrying you to heaven, but they're clumsy and suck at their job, so they dropped you and then you came back to your body. So, I've had a few angels try to take me, and they're like, "Ugh, she's too fat," and then they drop me. Coma nightmare. No! That's so terrible! You're in a coma? And you can't wake up, and you have a nightmare? Oh no. While there's a school of thought which believes the phenomenon of coma dreams is near impossible, they are often remembered by survivors, who are able to reflect on bizarre extended visions they experience while unconscious. If that's true, then what if, while in a coma, the weird dreamlike experiences take a turn for the worse and becomes a nightmare? And now you're trapped in a coma for what could be months, years, potentially decades, with the worst visions imaginable playing out before your very eyes. That would be such torture. Oh, that's depressing. Late nights and nightmares. Okay, everyone's had a nightmare at least 5 times in their life. If you go to sleep late, you may end up the star in your own scary story. What? Midnight and the early morning hours hold spooky overtones between the inherent unknowns of darkness and mythology of things going bump in the night. While the witching hour itself isn't likely the cause, studies have shown that twice as many night owls suffer from nightmares as those who are early to bed. Some scientists have speculated that levels of cortisol may influence nightmares as the hormone levels begin to rise in the morning. Other things tied to nightmares include stress, indigestion, medications, and certain physical mental disorders. Honestly, in like the past 3 years, I can only remember having one nightmare. and I go to sleep at like 3 in the morning, so I don't know how accurate this one is. There are people who actually have somniphobia, which means they're afraid of sleep. No! Oh, that would be so terrible. Look at that picture. Don't fall asleep. Don't tell me what to do, demon. Rodriguez. Who's that? He says people, more commonly younger people, who are still getting used to the routine of sleep, develop somniphobia for a variety of reasons, ranging from reoccurring nightmares to terrible insomnia, to feeling like they're going to die every time you close your eyes. Okay, I understand why kids might have this. Sorry for the water again. But I understand why younger kids might have this because they tend to have a lot more nightmares, so they're just like, I don't want to go to sleep. And your mom's like, you going to sleep. I don't care what demons haunt you. Get in bed. Loss of control. The idea of truly losing control over one's physical body or actions is truly frightening for many people. Some types of disorders, like sleep apnea and REM sleep behavior disorder, can cause your body to act out while you are asleep. Oh, so it's just moving in your sleep. Sleep apnea and REM sleep behavior disorder can interfere with mechanisms that keep your muscles still during sleep, causing sleepers to act out their dreams, possibly injuring themselves and bed partners as they act out violent or frightening nightmares. Even more unsettling, some researchers have linked this disorder to later onset of neurological problems like Parkinson's disease and dementia. Well, dang. Well, what if you just want to punch your boyfriend and then you can just say, oh yeah, I have, REM sleep disorder. It was an accident. I was having a nightmare. Punch. Restless leg syndrome. Okay, I thought I had this for a second, because if I'm still for too long and I'm not too tired and I'm trying to force myself to go to sleep, I get so uncomfortable and I have to move my legs. Also known as Willis-Ekbom disease, restless leg syndrome involves all appendages, not just legs. Symptoms can range from mildly unpleasant sensations to painful cramping and burning, to the point that limbs twitch from the feeling. The fact that symptoms typically occur at night just as you're relaxing is even worse. Dang, that sucks. I never get cramping or burning, so I guess I don't have that. But for real, my legs get so uncomfortable and I just have to keep repositioning 500 times before I go to sleep, unless I'm really tired. Sleepwalking. Ooh, I did this once in my life that I can recall. I'll tell you the story after. Possibly even more spooky than involuntary movements, sleepwalking can put sleepers and others in real danger. Often described zombie-like, sleepwalkers may roam through the house and even out the door without wakening. Types of sleepwalking have led to behaviors including injuring oneself or others, sleep driving, sleep eating, and other unsettling things. Well, sleep eating don't sound too bad. I mean, you're eating. There are numerous stories of sleepwalking people who have driven cars miles or even have been accused of violent crimes with no conscious recollection. It has even been used as a defense in a few murder trials. Okay, I think they're liars. You can't kill somebody and not remember and just be asleep. Some research and anecdotal reports, I said that wrong, have noted some increases in sleepwalking which may have some relation to increasingly popular sleeping aids. I would understand that. Okay, so the one time I was sleepwalking, I was at summer camp and we had bunk beds. There were 12 of us in one cabin, but I was on the top bunk bed of one of them, and as I was sleepwalking, I crawled down the bed and walked over to another bunk bed where another girl was sleeping, and I started climbing up her ladder. And all I remember is I was on the ladder and one of the counselors looked at me and said, "Sarah, you're sleepwalking, go back to bed." And that's all I remember. And then she said I just walked back and climbed into my bed and went to sleep. I don't know how I didn't hurt myself, but I guess I'm a talented sleepwalker. Nocturnal paroxysmal dystonia. How do you say that? Much is still being researched and discovered about this disorder, though doctors believe that the seizure-like episodes that sufferers experience are closely linked to epilepsy. Aw, you have seizures in your sleep? The rapid body movement of NPD typically occurs multiple times a night and can be incredibly physically dangerous. Yeah, you can fall off your bed or something. That's sad. Dream control. That would be amazing. I actually did that once. I mean, I didn't know I was in a dream, but I could control and make choices and I knew what I was doing, but I thought it was real life. But I could control what to say. I had real conversations with people and it was weird. While the phenomena is somewhat debated and nearly impossible to prove, many people claim that they are able to control their dreams. Called lucid dreaming, sleepers report that with practice, they can recognize they are in a dream and control many aspects of their dream world. Actually, for me, I know I can have a dream if I fall asleep on my back. But if I fall asleep like any other way, I probably won't dream. Just some information. Somewhat like Inception, people often have a cue to recognize their dream states, such as trying to touch something or perhaps even an external light or sound. Once in a lucid dream state, people report being able to conquer fears, soar through the skies, and even work out real-life problems while they're sleeping. Okay, that would be so helpful. Some even say that they can start and stop dreams at their wish, and even repeat past dreams or pick up where they left off after waking. Oh my gosh, there have been so many times I wake up in the middle of a dream that I was really into, and I can't get it back. I remember in middle school when I was single and lonely and depressed, I had this dream that I had a boyfriend and we were so in love and we were being all cute and cuddling, but I didn't get to kiss him. And I woke up and I was like, dang it, I can't get that back. On average, people can lose up to an hour of sleep per night if they go to bed with their phone in the room. Yeah, that's true, because I go to bed on my phone and then I wake up and I'm on my phone for an hour. Take your phone out of your room and certainly out of your kids' rooms. Yeah, I ain't got no kids. If you keep your phone in your room, you can miss out on up to an hour of sleep relative to people who don't sleep with their phones in their rooms. I mean, that is definitely true, because then it can't distract you. And they also say that your phone gives off radiation or something, and it's really bad to have it like under your pillow, because then it like goes into your head. Why is she wearing a pink wig? I mean, it's nice, but it's random. It's possible to stop breathing for multiple minutes while you're asleep and not even know it. No way! Oh, that's scary. Sleep apnea is a chronic sleep disorder, one of the most common, in which you have a very shallow breaths or your breathing suddenly stops and starts while you're asleep. The breathing pauses can range from a few seconds to multiple minutes and can occur up to 30 times or more per hour. After the pause, normal breathing will start up again, usually with a loud snort or choking sound, which happens after your brain realizes you need oxygen. Most people don't realize this is even a problem until a partner, family member, or friend has told them. Oh my gosh, I think I know someone with sleep apnea. That's crazy! You can sleep the entire night with your eyes open and feel perfectly rested the next morning? Oh, that's freaky, you psycho! Look at her, she's so chill. So apparently many people can sleep with their eyes open, some consistently and some only every now and then. And although they're not sure why it happens, it's perfectly normal and not an indicator of a larger sleep disorder. And although they're not sure why it happens, it's perfectly normal. Okay, yes, psycho. If my boyfriend sleeps with his eyes open, I'm going to assume he's being possessed by a demon, and then I'm leaving. And that is it for scary facts about sleeping. Those were creepy, man. I really hope I never experienced those. But yeah, comment below which one you thought was the most interesting. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, be a part of the Socially Awkward family, and follow me on Instagram. Links are down below. And give this video a like and a share. Again, thank you so much for coming back. I hope you love the video, and I will see you beautiful people next time.